So that's one of the questions that I wanted to go for. Uh, the way that teachers now have to adapt to this kind of like lockdown streaming kind of lesson, it kind of loses that personal touch that you have in a personal lesson with your teacher. And do you think that, first of all, this is the future of teaching, and second of all, if you think um, it's more beneficial to students doing having like lessons online or personally in person?
First of all, I wouldn't say it's the future. I would say teaching online with a good concept and a good organizational framework is definitely a part of the future of where music education goes. And before COVID kicked in, I had quite a serious routine already going regarding online teaching. So I had all of this set up in terms of microphones, cameras, lighting, etc. It was already there. So all of my teaching just switched completely to online, but I didn't uh, I didn't have to like research, oh, how is this working?
Yeah.
How is everybody doing this? And so with regards to your question, I don't think it's the future. I think teaching online and having a good concept about that is definitely a part of the future. And and also I should say, I mean, of course, comparing it with a standard one-on-one lesson setting, of course, it is different as opposed to being in that same room with that other person. But but teaching online also comes with a couple of benefits that a lot of people don't realize before they actually find it. I mean, you can record things right as you go, and every lesson can be filmed, and then the footage be used as your personal study guide. You can share screens. You can direct the students' attention in a much better way as opposed to having that person with you in the same room. I mean, if I show you, this is the grip. I mean, you have no other ways than just looking at my hand and not looking at, oh, this guy, he has some huge snare drums over here. I mean, they are nice. Yeah, okay. He keeps telling me about stick grip and all of that, but
Yeah.
I just like that drum. It's so you have different ways of directing students' attention,
Yeah,
and
and I guess like because if you are a teacher in a college, let's say you're part of a college staff, and you have like some students that are not, as committed. In this case, you always have like a personal search for your job, so they are going for you for reason. You know what I mean? Like even though they are in the other part of the world,
Mhm.
they want you for what you can give them. So I think for you it's maybe can be easier to spread the message because they are really receptive. It's like personal guidance, I would say.
Absolutely, yes, and being able to make that personal connection, if you're good in communicating, it will also come through in an online setting.
Yeah.
So uh, that is actually what things turned out to be like for me when I have a teaching day. I mean, uh, and I'm not teaching every day privately here, um, but many times, like in the mornings, I may start out uh, with Australia or the Far East or China or something like that, and then it moves to India, and then it may continue to Russia, to Poland, to Europe, UK, and then jumping over. I have a map of the world behind me.
That's amazing. That's amazing how you travel the world during your lessons. It's like
Yeah,
you go all around it.
you go once around the world, which you could never do if it was in a person to person
True, yeah.